Hi guys, this is Tiana with Worth a Read. Thank you for tuning in to watch my first video. This channel has been a long time in the making in my heart, but today I just was feeling the energies very, very strongly and intensely, and I was compelled to finally get this channel up and running. For those of you who don't know me, which obviously many of you don't, I am an intuitive, an empath. I have a company called Worth a Read, which I do coaching and consulting for entrepreneurs. And that's led me into doing more personal development work and really using my intuitive gifts to help people navigate their way, not only through their businesses, but also through their personal lives. Because again, if you're stuck in one place, you're likely stuck in other places as well. So anyway, you can read more about me in my bio. I don't want to take up too much time with fluff. I want to get right into the reading. So today, like I said, I've just been, actually the past few days, I've just been feeling very heavy. And while I have things going on in my own life, I am on a twin flame journey. That's been very interesting to say the least. But I've been feeling energies that I know don't necessarily belong to me and what I'm going through, but more it's being affected on a collective consciousness level. So I have the Energy Oracle deck here by Sandra Ann Taylor, and I just wanted to see what energies are at play right now. There's a lot going on planetarily. I'm not an astrologer, but I'm very much interested in the subject, so I've been learning a lot about it lately. The new moon in Taurus happened this week. Uranus also shifted in Taurus for the first time in nearly 80 years. So lots of energy going on, and I've just been feeling really heavy, and it's been more of a struggle to actually stay in that sweet spot that I like to call it, where you're in your highest self, operating from that place of peace and balance and harmony. And while it's not always possible to stay there, it's just been a little harder for me to shift myself from that dark place, and that's a little unusual. So let's see. I've already meditated on the cards, but I do like to do a little shuffling on camera. So thank you, Spirit. Thank you for being here, inviting you in to give us some clear messages about what's going on, what energies are at play and affecting all of the awakened souls, divine masculines, divine feminines, light workers on this planet right now. Come through, Spirit. Okay, so we have the door to personal healing and happiness. So this explains, why this heaviness, if you're experiencing any kind of heaviness right now in your heart, in your spirit, why that's happening, because you're off balance. You're off balance right now. Things are shifting, things are changing, maybe happening a lot faster than what you can keep up with, and that may be causing you to feel stuck. That may be causing you to feel like you don't know which way to turn, what to do. Normally, maybe you are really good at mastering your thoughts, mastering your energies and your emotions, but right now something may have been delayed, something may have been blocked, and you're trying to figure out exactly what to do, how to handle it. This is where intentions intentions really come in. This is saying to me that this is a time where your intentions need to be refined, redefined, re-examined. And it's looking like that it has to do with love. So if you are on a twin flame journey, or in a karmic relationship, or dealing with a soulmate, it looks like you're wearing your sleeve on your heart on this one, and feeling stuck about what to actually do about it. And that's tough. That's tough. This obviously is a really tender connection. This obviously is someone that's really important to you. If it's not a lover, it's a dear family member or friend. But it's looking like, and I love the fact that this number 44 showed up. That's a good number, and 4 and 4 together equals 8, which symbolizes the number of infinity. So this is definitely saying to me that this is some sort of soulmate, karmic connection, close connection, and there's a lot of emotions around it. A lot of heavy emotion, a lot of the word trauma just came up. Maybe this ended abruptly. Maybe you walked away, they walked away, and now you're not quite sure how to deal with that or bridge the gap of that. This card could also mean that there's someone here, a female in your life, who can help you, who can potentially, walk you through these emotions. So if there is someone in your life like that who you feel like you can reach out to, you feel comfortable reaching out to, then I would suggest that you do that. But let's pull some clarifying cards to find out a little more about what's going on. This is the Angel Tarot Cards deck by Doreen Virtue. And I will, okay, that one fell out. I'll take that one. Like I was saying, I will put the decks that I'm using in the description below. Again, I don't know if this is something I'll be doing all the time. I just felt compelled to do it today. But you can keep checking in with me. I'm sure, I'll be led to do this again. But I do this for myself quite often. I do online readings for other people. I just have never done it in a YouTube setting, like general readings. But we'll see how it goes, and maybe I might do some more. All right, Spirit. One more card. Okay. Okay. So we have the Page of Earth, clarifying the door to personal healing and happiness. So this is telling me that in addition to maybe this being in relation to some sort of love interest, there's some financial issues at play, financial concerns. Maybe that's part of what's keeping you separate from this person. But this is also saying that, take your time, be patient, trust that everything is working out, but there may still be some work for you to do in terms of getting grounded and creating a foundation, or a sense of stability in your love life and in your financial life. And to do that, you're maybe you're working on a project, maybe there's something that's been distracting you, taking up a lot of your attention, and not allowing you to fully focus on 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 every area of your life the way that you want to. And that's evident with the star coming up in reverse. This normally symbolizes things going well for you, things operating smoothly, you being balanced. But with it being in reverse, I'm just showing that you're just out of balance in your money and in your love life, and somehow both of them are connected, and only you know how that is. Maybe right now the person that you care about is focused on solely on their money and trying to get things together around that so they can have this contentment, peace, and abundance with the Four of Fire. Maybe it's you. But whatever it is, what I'm being led to tell you right now is balance. Looking for any opportunities to balance yourself out, to heal yourself, to really take care of yourself, because money is important, relationships are important, but self-care is important first and foremost. And so that may be why you're feeling out of whack, because you're paying attention to so many of these, outside elements in the 3D world, when you really should be focusing more on going within. Like I said, I do work with entrepreneurs. My background is in marketing and PR work. So right now I'm working on a really big book project, and it's taken up a lot of my time, and I've had to really force myself to keep up my self-care regimen, and to make sure I'm not getting lost in that project, to make sure I'm not neglecting my relationships, to make sure I'm not neglecting my relationship with myself first and foremost. And so I'm feeling like the energies are all mixed up for you right now, and you're in a state of confusion almost about where to turn your attention next. Where your heart is, but you keep running up a block whenever you try to focus on that area, and that's because things are upside down in your relationship with yourself. And so again, refining your intentions, making more long-term plans, and really looking at the expectations that you're setting for yourself. And with the star card, this is all about emotions. So trusting and following your intuition, and having faith that even when things are all out of whack, it's still all in, are all part of the divine plan. So with that, let's see what could be causing these blocks. What's causing this stagnation, these blocks? Why? Because what I'm sensing here is very intuitive energy, very focused, very driven, successful. The Page of Earth says it, scholarly, dependable, patient, successful. So with all of that present, it sounds like what Spirit is telling me is that things are going to work out, but because they're not working out right in this moment, that's causing some discontentment or confusion on your part, because you're like, well, what the hell? I know who I am. I know my power. I'm doing everything that I should be doing. So why is this taking so long to work out? And what I'm being led to tell you is that there are planetary forces, divine powers at work outside of you that you have no control over, that are kind of directing things right now. So that's causing you to maybe second guess yourself and move away from this love instead of moving into this abundance that is here for you. And that's because you're stuck in your emotions. So let's see, let's get some more clarification and see what the angels have to say. This is the Angels, Gods, and Goddesses deck by Tony Salerno. I think that's his name. Again, I will put these in the description below. Okay. And I don't read reversals on these. Oh, yes. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So, yeah, you're being a little too hard on yourself. The God of Indulgence showing up here. And can you see that? Can you see that? Let's see. All right. God of Indulgence showing up here. You're beating yourself up. This is why this is coming up in reverse. That self-talk, how you're thinking about things, how you're looking at things. You're allowing circumstances to dictate your feelings, even though you know that you have the power and to overcome this. You know that things are going to work out for you, but for some reason, maybe you've been, and because you're feeling this way, maybe you're drinking a little bit more than you usually do. Maybe you're eating more. Maybe you're not, maybe there's some codependency happening, but you're doing too much of something. While you're waiting for these ships to come in. And you need to clear that out. You need to clear that out. And like I said that there is some confusion going on, and this is clearly stating. It says your time of waiting and confusion will soon be over, but you're going to have to be patient and allow and trust in divine timing. That's what I would say. Allow and trust in divine timing, because you're abundant. It's already flowing to you. You may not be able to see it, and because of this overindulging, you may be blocking yourself from the stream of it temporarily, because you don't actually physically see it, but it's there. This situation, whatever this is, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a well, clearly it's a relationship. I'm gonna say it's definitely a relationship, but whether it's a love relationship or a family relationship or a friendship, whatever it is, it's about to manifest for you in the way that you want it to, but you just are going to have to be patient. And in the meantime, do your work. Do your work, getting your own energy clear, making sure that you're meditating, making sure that you're eating right, not overindulging in things that make you feel better about yourself, even though they're not good for you. They may make you feel better in the moment, but they're not good for you. And this is also saying that the energies, like, while they may be heavy right now, this too shall pass. This too shall pass. That's what's coming up for me. So all of the doubt, all of the frustration, all of the confusion, it's just another chink in the armor. It's just another growing period, growth phase. And so, just like nature ebbs and flows, there's ebbs and flows in your life. And so this is telling me that you're going to be coming out of that ebb period and getting back into a flow. So good things to look forward to. And because I do believe that this is having to do with a relationship, I want to go ahead and pull some cards from the romance deck to see what's going on with the energies at play here. Come on, Spirit. Thank you for coming through. What do the divine masculines and divine feminines need to know about the confusion and discord being felt right now. Wow. Yep. Reconciliation. So I said, based on the cards that we pulled, this being reversed, that there, may have been some sort of separation, some sort of discord, whatever that is. You guys are coming together, doing some healing, coming back together, forgiving and learning, forgiving each other, learning more about yourselves in the process. And that's because you're healing your family issues. You're healing your family issues. So this very well could be a relationship with a family member. This very well, maybe it is still a romantic relationship where either you or your partner or both of you have some family issues that are affecting you guys being together and being in a healthy relationship. So that's being resolved so you can come back together and forgive one another. You're releasing and healing from your past. But this could also be like, and with the woman holding a heart, this often symbolizes a female that you have a close bond with. So maybe you're reconciling with a mother, maybe you're reconciling with a daughter, a sister, an aunt, but it could also be a girlfriend, it could also be a wife, and it could also be, because this could be you. You may be that woman holding that heart and reconciling with your divine masculine. So that's a beautiful spread. So let's get some wisdom, and I'm just gonna ring the bell on that one. That I felt that. Let's get some wisdom from you, and because there is so much feminine energy in this reading, I also want to pull a soulful woman card. But first, let's get some guidance on how we can proceed so we can do this healing, complete this cycle, and get to a reconciliation. Shadow Queen. So for me, this card always means embracing the light and dark side of who you are. This means really dealing with your own insecurities, your own fears, your ego, getting that ego in check. And not rushing into action. Right now, if you are in separation, it's because you're supposed to be. Oh, and I just noticed that I washed my hands before I came on camera, y'all, and I just noticed my hands are a little ashy. Forgive me. But anyway, yeah, this is saying to step back, or if you're in separation, be in it, understand that it's happening for a reason. This could also mean putting your issues on ice. Putting the issues on ice for now and letting the love be the dominant force. Letting the love come in and heal things. And then once you get back to that place of truly unconditionally loving each other from your highest selves, then dealing with the issues from that place. A lot of the times we want to clear out the anger and deal with the issues before we reconcile, but that's actually what prevents us from reconciling in the first place. Oh, and then making sure that everybody's highest good is being taken into consideration here. This is a card all about the collective good and clearing out any illusions. So Spirit is telling me that in this healing, in this forgiving and learning, there's going to be some masks being taken off, some blinders being taken off. You're going to see things from a new perspective, a renewed perspective. You're going to be able to see things that you know, hadn't seen before. Maybe you'll be able to take a higher perspective, and it may be coming to you in the form of dreams. If you're a twin flame, like I know for me, my twin flame comes to me and communicates to me in my dreams a lot. And I assume that, you know, the same is probably happening for him. But this is also saying, like, don't give up hope. Like, dreams really do come true. But in order for you to be your magical, powerful, fully, unconditionally loving self, you got to operate from your highest self, not your small self. So believe in your dreams, believe that things can work out for you, and know that the dream walker is beside you to help you manifest the vision that you have for your highest good, and for other people too, and to help you see clearly through any of these illusions. So I'm being moved to tell you that if you are dreaming, if you are having very vivid dreams right now, make sure you're writing them down. Write them down as soon as you wake up, and then go back and read them a few days later, because you'll probably learn things. I know for me, I've been dreaming a lot about my twin flame. I've been having weird dreams about my ex, which, you know, that was a sign for me that there's still energies that need to be cleared out, you know, and that goes for all of us. So if that's happening for you, if that resonates for you, take that and do with it what you will. All right, we're almost at 30 minutes, so I want to start wrapping this up. Let's get some advice from my Mermaids and Dolphins deck. To see how you can move forward, how you should be taking care of you. I love this deck because this deck for me is like the ultimate self-care deck. It always reminds me that, you know, I matter, I'm important, and how I take care of myself is important. So, Spirit, what do you have for our divine feminines, divine masculines, awakened souls? And while this reading is for everybody, I'm really feeling like it's for divine feminines. You can leave a comment, tell me what you're getting, but that's what I'm picking up on. Synchronicity. Pay attention to the signs, y'all. Pay attention to the signs. They're coming. They're everywhere. And look, it's two dolphins. It's two dolphins. Notice the synchronicities. I love dolphins. They're beautiful animals. They represent playfulness, fun, healing. So those are the energies that if you're not operating in those, or if it's hard for you right now, if you're feeling really heavy, like, get back in sync with that playful, light, loving energy, whatever you have to do to get there, whether that's meditating, praying. But, you know, I always tell people, leave it on the mat, leave it on the prayer mat. Like, say your prayers, do your meditations, do your work, and then trust that the universe is going to show up for you. And the way that you know that, one way that you know it's showing up for you is if you're noticing the synchronicities and the signs. Let yourself receive. Let yourself receive. Allow other people to give to you. I'm picking up on the fact that maybe you are the one that's chasing. Maybe you are the one that's always being a support. You are the one that's always giving, doing for others, to the point where sometimes you tire yourself out, which may be another reason why you're feeling so heavy. So this is a time where you need to let love in from other people without guilt or apology. And yep, like I said, playtime. Oh my God, I love this. I love this. This is time for you to really just force yourself, into a good mood. And when I say that, it's just like, okay, a lot of the times I know for me, when these heavy energies show up, like I feel pain in my body. I just want to shut down, lay down. I don't want to think. I just want to go to sleep. I don't want to do my work. I don't want to go for a walk. I don't want to be out in nature. I don't want to go have fun. But it's like in those moments, that's when you gotta force yourself. You gotta, no matter what, like get up, get out, because putting yourself in that playful, light, loving environment, loving energy, going out in nature, doing whatever you do to make you feel good, that's what's going to create the contentment, the peace, the abundance, the reconnection that you're looking for, because first and foremost, you're reconnecting to yourself. Oh, this is so much fun, guys. Yeah, so I hope you're enjoying this. This is really fun for me. Like I said, I do readings online. You can find more about that in the description. But this is the first time that I've done one for YouTube. And I'm having fun with it. So I may do it again. And I always like to pull like an overall parting oracle card. I feel like this one is from the Gaia Oracle deck. I love this deck. I just feel like it just rounds out the reading. I hope this is making you feel better. I hope that you're getting something out of it. If there's somewhere you want me to go deeper, if you have any questions, any feedback, I really appreciate it. I don't do trolls. I'll let you know now. I've watched enough of the other channels. Like I'm not into the negativity. I just, I deal with the light and dark in myself. And while I love everybody, I'm not dealing with your dark. So if you have something positive to say, something helpful to add on how I can, make this a better experience for you, I'm more than open to hear that. But otherwise, I'm just glad you're here, and I look forward to growing, developing, and working through all this shit with you, because we're all just out here trying to make it. Okay, Spirit, one last parting message. Okay. So this is where the healing needs to come in. Somebody broke your heart. Someone deceived you. You felt deceived, or you deceived someone, and there's some lingering guilt or energy around that. And that's what needs to be healed, whether that's in a family relationship, a romantic relationship. I'm just getting that, you're feeling hurt. Maybe you're putting some hope into something that is not really going to work for you, or maybe you are being deceived. But this is saying to just be aware of, like, all that glitters ain't gold. That's what I'll say. All that glitters ain't gold. So take a few steps back, and maybe somebody's taking a few steps back from you to really look at whether or not you're all that you claim to be. And that's okay. You know, I always tell people, let your actions speak louder than your words, and that goes both ways. If somebody's looking at you, questioning your intentions, you know, and feeling like you're being deceitful, let your actions speak. Sometimes, you know, you don't have to. And if you're questioning someone else, you don't ever have to question. People's actions always speak louder than their words. Now, I said I was going to end this, but with that card coming up, I feel like I definitely need some clarifying on that. Okay. I just love how sometimes the reading just takes on a whole life of its own. I guess for my first reading, a long one, my first one on YouTube, that is, a long one is appropriate, and I'm having so much fun with it. So if you're still along for the ride, thank you. Thank you for being here. Oh. Okay. So this is saying that this could be someone new. Page of Water. So Page of Cups. This could be a new person, someone who is dazzling you, someone who may be a bit quirky, someone who you know you have a good time with, but maybe there's something that's it feels kind of off. And look at that, there's killer whales in the water. Now, killer whales are much different than dolphins. They're really pretty to look at, but you don't want to piss them off. Ooh, look at that. This could also mean that, you know, if it's having to do with an existing relationship, there's some sort of new beginning or some new development that's happening. But nonetheless, when this card comes up, because pages are, you know, immature pages, and I feel like, you know, immaturity can also lead to manipulations and things like that. So this is something that you want to be mindful of. Definitely continuing to focus on yourself. I don't like to scare people or put negative connotations on the readings. Of course, I'm going to read what the cards say. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. But from what I'm picking up on, this is something that you want to be, you know, aware of. This is something that's stirring up your emotions, you know. So it could be like a renewal of a romance or a new romance that's creating all of this emotional energy, and you want to be clear on, you know, the any kind of illusions or just okay, this is what, all right, I don't know why this is so hard for me to say, but keep your eyes open. That's what I'll say. Keep your eyes open. But stay in that healing space, not in that distrustful space. And I think that's where so many people go wrong. I'm a Libra, you know, scales, balance, whatever. So I'm always looking at both sides of the coin. So for me, what I'm hearing is, yes, there's potential for, and because of the reconciliation card, I'm going to say that this card has to do with the like the renewal of a relationship. And so you just want to make sure you're entering it from a place of healing, from a place of love, and forgiving any deceit or illusions that may have come up in the past, and you know, letting yourself receive, letting yourself be in this energy of just kind of resting, waiting, not forcing things, so that you are not so caught up in the romance again that you don't see things. That's ooh, okay. So that took a lot to get out, but it came out. So how you guys feeling about that? I'm gonna let that sit right there for a minute. Yeah, okay. So, like I said, because I'm feeling a lot of feminine energy, I want to end this reading on with this deck, the Soulful Woman. And if you are divine masculine, this will be helpful in giving you some insight on how to deal with your divine feminine. It will give you some insight into how she may be feeling, what she may be going through, and how you can be a little more sensitive to her or him. Whatever divine feminine means for you, it doesn't have anything to do with gender. It's just energy. Sometimes in my twin flame relationship, I feel like more of the masculine energy is coming from me. So it can go both ways, but I really love this deck, and I want to pull this for specifically for the divine feminine because I felt a lot of that energy in the reading. And if you did too, let me know. Drop a comment because that's what I'm picking up on. All right. Yeah. And I think this is follow your truth. Follow your truth. This goes right with this. See, when you're following your truth, when you're standing in your authenticity, in your own power, you're not worried about what other people are doing, but while you're not necessarily worried about it, you're open to seeing things. See, her third eye is very much open and active and in tune. And see, same thing here. This person though, it's like the heart is on fire here. Here, so this person may be being led by traumatic or not traumatic, heavy emotion and letting that lead versus being in your truth, being totally light, open, and wisdom, following your intuition. That's why the owl is there. So, yeah, I think that's the best parting advice that you could receive. And I always like to, this is a new deck for me, so when it's a new deck, I always like to actually read the message. So following my truth, and I won't read the whole thing, but it says, my inner truth lives in my heart like a pearl of great worth. It is a divine light illuminating my life path and steering me in the right direction. When I follow my truth, I feel a deep sense of integrity, congruence, and wholeness. My truth may be different to someone else's truth, and that is okay. I do not have to prove my truth is the only truth. I only need to live it. Through following my inner truth, I develop extraordinary faith in myself and strengthen my personal power. My life expands spiritually and creatively. Things have a way of working out for me. So, that's powerful because remember, we started this with the door to personal healing and happiness in reverse. And so that's telling me that you haven't been like following your truth in this situation. Maybe you haven't, I just got to download. So Uranus in Taurus is all about opening up the throat chakra. So this is a time if you need to balance out that throat chakra so you can speak more truthfully, more powerfully, more clearly, not necessarily aggressively, but authentically. this is the time to do that. That's going to help you heal these family issues by being open and honest about the fact that there is some forgiving and learning that needs to take place on your part and theirs. That's going to help you break down these illusions. A lot of the times, illusions and deceit stay in place because we're not authentically communicating. We may even be talking, but we're not clearly, authentically communicating. And so I'm so glad that I decided to stick with it for a little longer and pull this card, because that's the ultimate message here. Follow your truth, guys. Follow your truth. Let things fall into place. Take care of yourself. Allow yourself to receive. Do your work. Clear things out. And trust in divine timing and divine healing. All right, so that's what I have for you. I'm just really, really happy that I did this. I've been saying that I was going to do this for a while, and there's so many good readers out there who I absolutely love and respect. I was, feeling like, should I really put myself out there? But the reality of it is, yes, I should. My personal readings are quite powerful, and I do really good work for my clients, and I love doing this. It's such a win-win situation, and I'm so passionate about it that I figured I should start doing it for the masses as well. So anyway, I won't take up much more of your time. I'll put all the information about my readings and where you can sign up for those, as well as the decks that I used, in the description. I'd love to hear your feedback and or positive feedback and comments. And yeah, I will talk to you again soon, hopefully. Light and love.